welcome to Reverse the Verse. It is Friday. I forgot to look at the date ahead of time. March 18th. I knew it. 2016. I'm your community manager, Jared Huckabee. With me, as always, our director of community engagement, online strategy, and spaceships, Mr. Benjamin Lesnick. Our subscription manager, Ms. Alexis Lesnick. And our video editor, Mr. Justin Chambers.
Hey, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Kazak, wow.
Hooray.
So if you're just joining us, if you've never watched Reverse the Verse before, Reverse the Verse is the Cloud Imperium Games Community Team's weekly informal live stream with the fans. We're going to chat about our week in review. We're going to meet a new member of the team here in a little bit, answer some questions from the fans, take a look at what's coming up, and then we have a very special surprise for you all at the very end. So, Ben, week in review, where we start every show. Did we do anything this week?
No, we didn't do anything this week.
No, we didn't do anything this week.
Later on, collect our paychecks. No, this was a crazy week. Especially Thursday when we did an all-day fancy level shoot for the making of documentary. We shot me, Sandy, Paul Rindale, Sean Tracy, and Forrest. We did our kind of talking. If you've ever seen like a Ken Burns documentary where it'll, it's have Civil War footage and then there'll be actual Civil War footage, but photographs and such. Why am I clarifying this? You go to the talking head of like historian, whoever, or so we do we shot the talking heads for all of us talking about the early days of Star Citizen. And those are fun because Hennessy brings in a film crew and they get a fancy lens and we all get to play director a little bit.
It's outside there.
We have a construction noise outside.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're continuing to construct things.
Yes.
It was a great day yesterday, and it coincided with us needing to get, I think, 8 or 9 comm links ready for post today. We got the blade went through its final design review, just went out this morning. Check it out. We hope we put together a fun story for it, and it's a cool ship. If you're interested in the Vandal ship and you missed out on the Glaive or the Scythe, it's not as advanced as them, but it'll be an alien ship if you'd like one. Mm-hmm. We got a free flyer. We're selling all the limited ships that you had access to in the free flyer. You still have them through Monday, but if you want to pick up an M50 or a Retaliator or something, they're going to be on sale for the weekend.
Basically, right now you can buy every flyable ship that's in the game.
Yep.
Except for the Scythe.
Except for the super rarities like the Scythe and the Glaive that we're not going to sell. Let us see what else are we. Eddie Circus. Our editor in the UK, our contract editor, Dan Martin, who does the Squadron 42 making of video stuff over there, put together Andy Circus video that is my favorite of the celebrity in Squadron 42 videos.
Yeah, it's a good one.
They talk about the Vandal language. You see the characters on the bridge, the rough on-screen ones. The T thing is great, and he talks about the Vandal language, which finally we can do. In fact, Chris saw it last night, and he was like, "Oh, we can show people the Vandal language soon." So we're going to plan an event around that in the not too distant future.
Can you speak the Vandal language?
I cannot. I speak Kilrathi as well as any human can, but
I speak that language from Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine.
Jammies. No, I don't.
Oh,
no, I don't.
I was ready though.
I thought I could.
But the hits just keep on coming because we are very proud to say that we hired our next community manager, who we'll be introducing in a little bit. If you ever watch like a sitcom and it gets to like season 7 and 8 and the people's contracts expire and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, we just remembered we have another daughter." That's what's gonna happen later in this show. We're gonna jump the shark.
This is season 4.
Go through all the trouble to set the show in segments, and he keeps going, "Oh, let's talk about this segment, this segment." All right, why don't we start the week in review on Monday instead of Thursday?
On Monday, I have a new community manager. That is my week in review. That is what I did this week.
I could see Lando's world.
We put out a 10 for the chairman.
Yes.
We put out another 10 for the chairman. That was the last one Chris filmed before he went off to the UK. Do we know who? Well, we'll talk about that when we get to looking ahead. See, I almost did pull the Ben there. And then Wednesday was the Bug Smashers. It was Bug Smashers 21. Bug Smashers is now old enough to drink.
Exactly.
Good job,
Close
Bug
to
Smashers.
25.
The vault this week is some of the new weathering effects they're doing for the Cartu Owl.
Mm-hmm. Thursday's ATV had another Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy with lore maker Adam Weiser. Hope you guys enjoyed it. He worked really hard doing. He had a tough act to follow, and he put all his time and effort into it, and I think it really showed. So thank you,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Adam. for doing that. We're gonna try to get either Will or Dave Haddock for the next one, depending on when they come back from the UK.
I think they're coming back end of next week.
Because I think it will be hilarious to see Dave Haddock do this. Oh,
Hey there. Thank you. Okay.
I don't know what happened
I
there.
don't know what just happened.
That was magical.
That was
it was like one of those.
like a little sprite coming in
Oh,
and
before I
dancing on
okay,
your
wait,
grave.
I'll wait till my turn.
what's he doing with my hat? Go do your turn. I'm done.
Okay. This is Jabba, by the way, Ali's plush toy. But I wanted to thank the backers that came out to Washington for the premiere of my film American Bread. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasant surprise, and it was nice to talk Star Citizen with you guys on the other side of the country. So thank you for coming out to the premiere, and I really appreciate it.
Would you say that Thomas's English muffins are the true American bread?
I would say that the true American bread is, and it's actually B-R-E-D. I was actually happy, Jared, when I watched the episode back that you did point out that it's B-R-E-D. Most people think it's like bread as in like money or, bread. But you did point out that it's B-R-E-D, so I appreciate that. But thank you again,
You read
guys.
that
I love
great.
you. I love the support. You guys are awesome. And I sincerely appreciate you guys coming out.
I'm Mike Sampson without his hair.
You need a hat? Do you want to wear the money hat?
No, I want my hat.
Wait, it's coming
Come
back.
back.
Did you do something to my hat?
Yes, absolutely. I dare you to wear it now.
What did you do to it?
God.
Oh, gosh. What is happening?
Now you look like a guy that's like trying to go back to high school and fit in with the kids.
Yeah.
Hey, all cool kids. I'm a high schooler just like you. Want to tell me where to buy some drugs?
Well, there's a dispensary like 2 blocks that
I
way.
know there is actually. I'm not understanding like what's going on.
I don't know.
I don't
Hey,
really.
Alexis, what did you do this week?
Well, I had quite a busy week this week. Thank you for asking. We got stuff set up for CitizenCon ticket sales, which are all sold out now. They sold out within a half hour. They went on sale about an hour ago. Got stuff set up for the Star Map sale, which will be going live at noon today for the public. We had an early access sale for subscribers and concierge this week. So we'll be putting those up at noon Pacific, which will be right after the show. Gosh, what else did I do this week?
You said star maps. You said tickets. Wasn't there some?
We're doing
dog tags.
Dog tags went on sale last week, and they are still up and available if you want to get a personalized dog tag. Did a lot of stuff for the collector's box with Sandy this week.
Oh yeah, we got a demo of it.
Yeah, we got a sample of the collector's box. We're still working on it though.
Yeah, it was too deep. We thought.
Yeah.
I did some work on the soundtrack jewel case art.
Oh yeah, Jared designed the cover for the CD some folks bought early on, based on my idea.
And by the way, when we're talking about the star map,
Yes.
There you are.
the Retaliator will return, but for this week,
You were very offended that we were.
I wasn't offended. I just didn't know what was
You were
happening.
like, "What's going on?"
You guys
What
just
did
came
you
and took
Which-
it down.
which
Nobody told me
Thomas
what was going on.
Hennessy pointed out that you would do, and he was correct.
I just wanted to know what was going
30
on.
seconds later, and you're like, "What's going
Yes,
on?"
when you do something without telling me about it, yes, I'm gonna go, what's going
we
on?
discussed in community team chat yesterday that we were going to hang the star map on the wall.
Speaking of star maps, last week Hennessy photographed all those details of Chris's map, and I put them on Google, whatever people download. Jetlag, a Wing Commander fan, did the stitch of all of them together. It's fantastic. It's like the largest image I've ever seen, and it's really cool because you can see all the details that in the map that you can't in the movie. So I'm.
Let's put it on screen now.
No, that will break everything. But it's out there. I think I tweeted it if anybody.
We didn't have that set up.
Find it. You could tell them about the incident.
Oh, there was an incident.
There's an incident last night.
We went to the movie theater to see 10 Cloverfield Lane. And when we got there, all the theaters were emptied out, and they were all shut down. There was nobody around, like it was Quiet Earth. And this little usher, like
Timid.
very timid,
Timid
very tiny
usher.
usher, just like, tried to tell us, like, the alarms are going off and there was an incident, and there were no alarms going off. But she purposely pointed up because I remember looking like there's no alarms, but there was an incident. We still don't know what happened, but we got turned away.
They shut down the whole theater?
Yes.
The theater.
But not really, because we were still able to walk in and we were about to buy tickets.
Yeah, we could hang out. We could hang out at the bar.
Yeah.
if
But then we
wanted to.
walked out to like the outdoor mall, and it was
Parklight.
empty too. So there was some sort of incident
Yes.
that
Maybe
emptied
it's
the
part of
program.
like J.J. Abrams doing like a real life.
That's what I said. I was like, it seems like it's probably fitting.
Yeah, every time you try to go see Cloverfield, they.
Did you guys actually see it though?
No.
No, it never. We
Yeah,
haven't.
'cause they told us they didn't know when they'd be playing the movies again, so we just left.
Oh, I'm glad for our movie night Thursday night. I'm excited.
My sister is visiting this week, and she's been
Oh.
helping us here at the office.
Is she gonna
Does
say
she want to poke her
hello?
head in?
Charlotte, you want to come say hi?
Charlotte.
I can guarantee she probably doesn't want to.
She is.
Yeah, she.
Oh my god, she's going to.
Charlotte, come say hello.
She was here helping all week, catalog footage and helping with the documentary shoot and being generally very helpful.
Come stand
This is
behind the
Charlotte.
table.
Wait, Charlotte, you're supposed to. There you are.
This is Charlotte. She's much younger than I am. Parents moved to France, and that happened.
Cool fact about your sister.
Oh, is that really what happened?
She's much younger than I am.
That is what happened. And you are you're like a lighting, Charlotte. You do 3D lighting.
And nobody's gonna be able to hear a word she says.
Charlotte does 3D lighting. Charlotte, come over here, chat with us for a minute. Speak into my
Charlotte
microphone.
is also wearing a galaxy dress today.
So, what do you do, Charlotte?
I'm a student, so I do that.
At what school?
Pratt Institute,
Okay, what are you studying at Pratt?
3D animation.
3D animation. How'd you get into that?
My brother got me into video games, and
I remember when you were like 3 years old, sitting in my lap, and we were playing I would play Half-Life, and then you would draw the different monsters, give it to me.
All right. Well, we won't make you be on the show any longer. Thank you so much for showing up, though.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It was nice interviewing you like I was Barbara Walters.
All right. That's pretty much our week in review. Anybody have anything else?
I'm trying to think.
Remember, it's stuff that happens after the show. Leave it for the looking ahead. Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna move on to the next show. The next segment. Meet the new guy. We got a new guy.
We do have a new guy?
We got a new guy.
I thought we had a new
Technically,
girl.
it doesn't start until.
I'm just kidding. I was trying to do a Ben right there.
We weren't sure if
Yeah. We got a new guy. So
grossly misinformed or
So-
not.
we put our headphones on.
so everyone needs to put their headphones on.
All right.
That's how we avoid feedback.
And when you hear the beep, turn the page.
The
Read
experience
along.
of a life.
All right. So let's bring the new guy in, Mr. Hennessy.
And who is it?
Meet our newest community manager, Mr. Tyler Whitkin.
Tyler.
How you doing, Tyler?
Hello, can you hear me all
I
right?
can hear you fine. How are you?
Sweet. I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So you're in our Austin office.
I
obviously.
am.
And tell folks who, for whatever reason, may not know who you are. Who are you?
My alias online, some of you may know me as Xylo. I am senior QA in the Austin, Texas studio. Well, sorry, I was senior QA in the Austin, Texas studio. And now I'm going to be joining you guys on the community team.
And he's going to be based in Austin, so community is back in Austin, which we've all wondered
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yep. So, he'll be our man in Austin. He'll be getting us the witch glitches. He'll be getting us some interviews from time to time with members of the Austin staff, so we don't have to fly back and forth. He will be joining us here in LA for a little bit, and hopefully we'll visit him out in Austin for a little bit and whatnot. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure we're always including and always involved, and we're really happy to have Tyler on the team. I think you're going to be I think it'd be really cool, and I can't wait for people to try to mess with you.
I think
Yeah.
you're already cool.
I know. I thought you were already cool.
No, you're not
thank
cool
you,
yet. You will
Alexis.
be cool.
I'm not cool to Lando's standard
Yeah.
yet. It's a high bar.
It is a high bar,
Oh.
but after a while, he warms up to you.
Well, your fashion sense is impeccable.
Chet,
Are you talking about mine?
yes, yeah.
Oh, thank
The
you.
other day, Ben was wearing.
Although I saw the description for what you can't wear to CitizenCon. It said no backwards hats, no shorts, and no flip flops, and that literally looked like it was wrote in order to make me not be able to go.
yes. I read the same thing 2 years ago when it was there, and I was like, oh, and I didn't wear my hat, and I walked through the door, and there were like 50 people with hats on. I'm like, "Urgh! I followed the rules, and you guys did it.
The other day, Ben was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and I said he was in Tyler Whitkin cosplay.
Cosplay.
Yes, every day is Hawaiian Friday,
Gotcha.
except for today, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Gotcha. So that's the new guy. Tyler's going to stick with us the rest of the show and chat with us and while we take questions and whatnot. So let's go ahead and move on to the question and answer portion of our show. This is where we take questions from the RSI general chat. So if you do want to ask us questions about the week's happenings or Star Citizen in general, be sure you jump into the RSI general chat on the RSI website. And preface your question with the word question in capital letters surrounded by brackets. It'll help us pick it out from all the other conversations that are going on in general. And first question right off the bat from John Rougeau. Why is CIG selling yet another Vandal ship when they have two that are available?
Because both the previous Vandal ships, the Glaive and the Scythe, were limited to specific events, and we said we were not going to sell them again. There's many people out there who want a Vandal ship, but it would be very, very easy for us to simply say, hey, everybody get a Glaive, it's extra money or something. We'd rather not. So selling the Blade means that we get to make it human flyable a lot sooner than we wanted initially. It's a win for everybody, I hope.
Mm-hmm. And, more Vandal ships in players' hands means more testing on the Vandal ships for Star Citizen, for Squadron 42 and stuff.
But my absolute favorite thing about the Blade is that I got to write a post about how you shouldn't buy it as the sale.
Yes. Yes, you were very excited about, we need to come up with reasons not to buy it.
Yeah, we talked to design, and we're like, okay, how do we make life harder for people who have Vandal ships? Came up with some good ideas.
Yeah, I like that about it. I like that. It's important. We put this disclaimer on every sales post that we do, but we really do mean it. You don't have to buy every ship that we put out there. I would even say, for me personally, I'm not speaking for everybody else, but I don't think you shouldn't buy every ship. There's earn some stuff in the game. That's perfectly fine. We sell these things so that you can support the continued development of Star Citizen, and we certainly appreciate it when you do. But nobody should feel compelled.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of opportunities to capture a Glaive in the game. I think it's the most common Vandal design. It's an older ship. It was one of the first ones we encountered in the in 2681, and it's a classic in terms of...
Yeah. I know I've seen a lot of people asking, it's been in chat, it's been in Twitter and whatnot, what's the hierarchy? Where does the Blade fall with relation to the Scythe and the Glaive?
So it's Blade. The Blade is at the bottom of the tier. It's the, if you're familiar with Wing Commander, it's the Hornet, it's the Ferret, it's the Arrow, and then the Glaive and the Scythe are the medium fighters. They are the Scimitar, the Rapier, the Rapier again, the Hellcat.
Gotcha. And that's also reflected in its price being $250, whereas
it's cheaper than the previous two Vandal ships.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, and how long is the Blade sale going?
Standard concept sale. It's going to go through the following Monday.
Okay.
Which I think is the 28th.
It should go through the 28th. I saw somebody mention the 21st. If the post does say the 21st, we'll change it. We can't look at it right now. We're on the show.
The limited ship sale is through the 21st. The Blade is longer.
Gotcha. And it's not stock limited.
No.
So there's no rush. There's no rush to buy it at this point.
No, we kind of hope to keep, because one of the things that seems to make everybody in the universe really, really angry is when we do a stock limited ship. So we try not to do that. When it's something we're super concerned about balance for, we try not to do it. In this case, we're more concerned with lore than it's not a balance issue to give everybody a light fighter. It's more of a lore issue. We don't want there to be too many Blades out there. And we didn't want to basically punish customers for a lore issue. Mm-hmm. So we kind of factor that into the price, essentially.
Gotcha. The name already passed, so I lost the name of the person, but somebody wanted to know how can this be a concept ship when it's already been 3D modeled and it was included in game assets before. It's because we do most of our concept work in 3D now.
Well, actually, I can tell you some more to that. The 3D version that some folks might have found in a leak that someone caused has been totally replaced. It's getting a new ground-up 3D model with interiors thanks to this concept sale.
Yeah, it hasn't been built out with all the damage states and with the new techniques that we've learned and all that stuff.
So that entire initial model is out there. They're building it from the ground up.
Yep. So it's still concept.
And actually, that's kind of an example of one of the things that having these cells lets us do. We can put more fidelity into a ship that, yes, we've thought about in the past, but we haven't kind of committed to. And yeah, this may come as a surprise, but some of the things that are in the leak are not going to be in the game at all. There are entire ships in there that the design has changed. They're not needed anymore. There's a lot of work in there. That will appear, and a lot that won't. And that's normal in any game. I was digging through Privateer 2 the other day, and I found that there's an entire pirate cruiser in the game that they either cut the missions it was used in, or they never wrote one in the first place, but they had designed out an entire massive pirate ship that just never gets spawned anywhere in the game. So you'll find that everything.
Look at Tyler. I think he fell asleep.
Nope. I'm here.
He's like, I fell asleep.
I have the Twitch chat on my phone, and it's a little bit lower than the camera. So my eyelids.
A question: Will Tyler stay in Texas? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He
Yeah.
doesn't like California. I don't know why.
Everybody who can should.
That's not true.
Everybody who can should stay in Texas, the land of no state tax.
It really doesn't have
In
state
good
tax.
state.
Yeah. Your dollar goes farther in Texas than it does
Texas
here.
does have a lot of good meat.
I had no idea. That's a
Yep.
learn something new.
Any chance we'll get another Sean Tracy, Steve Bender 10 for the developers? Chance, but
Yeah, but Sean Tracy, Steve Bender, 10 for the developers is like doing very hard drugs.
yeah,
You
it's a
should not
sometimes
just-
food.
Yeah.
It's a sometimes.
Once every once in a while, maybe.
Yes. The last one almost killed everybody involved. So,
Although this was great. We were here setting up this morning for RTV, and Jared's really, focusing because we have never brought in somebody's Skype in this format. We've never done the thing we're going to do at the end in this format.
Headphones.
And we were like talking about the sale post, which was, we had a small crisis with the sale post. We put up
the entire sale post disappeared.
Yes.
5 minutes before it was supposed to go live.
So we're all freaking out and running around right here on set, and Steve Bender walks up to us holding a large machine gun and an iPad, and he goes, "Can one of you guys film me? I need to show some motions to the guys at the other studio."
I was like, dude, he can help you. Take him over there. We're
So
busy.
I got to go
Hennessy
over
and I
there
are busy.
and film Steve Bender doing, walking around with a large gun and pointing it in different directions.
I love Steve Bender.
I love this job.
Warhun asks, after watching the ATV ship shape for the Caterpillar, will the Caterpillar get any more modules? I got to turn off the auto scroll because I'm losing people.
The Caterpillar is currently in Gurmak's capable hands, and the answer to that question is yes, but not feet, not
Yes.
capable feet.
Yep. Actually, I was just talking to Gurmak about it yesterday. Gurmak's working on it. Calyx is working on it. Elwyn's been working on it. They're ramping up.
And the great thing about that is we're generating a whole lot of new art we're going to be able to share in the not too distant future once they're done. With
Yes,
the
he
revamp.
sent me some shots of the cargo hold he was eager to share. I told him I'd think about it because I like to torture Gurmak.
He's the nicest man,
I know.
most polite man in the world.
I know.
Yeah.
Never torture Gurma.
I know.
So nice.
When will Lando play Mass Effect 2? I'm playing it now, actually. I beat Mass Effect 1. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So far, Mass Effect 2 it looks better, but it's kind of a letdown story-wise. Everything's simplified. Everything got simplified. The choices became much more black and white. I mean, I played for 14 hours before I discovered a Paragon point in the first Mass Effect. And it wasn't because I was trying to be evil. It's because I was just being pragmatic and doing what I thought should be done to save the universe.
Let's be clear. It's because you're just really a jerk.
Well, maybe. But, I was doing what I thought would need to be done to save the galaxy, and it just happened to be renegade points. In Mass Effect 2, you got red scars and red glowing eyes, like, oh no, you're evil now. I'm like, it wasn't evil, it was pragmatic. So I don't like how simplified, how black and white they made some things in Mass Effect 2, but I am really enjoying it. It's definitely a better looking game. What are the priority for the Constellation variant reworks? I'm asking this because we can talk about all variants now and what our plan is for that.
No, we can't. The plan is that we
Be happy you're in Texas, Tyler. You don't want to
I
be
keep
here.
forgetting there's a microphone on.
You don't want to be here.
No, we're currently planning out our later Q3 Q4 asset assignments for that stuff. Constellation's already gone through its hopefully final revamp, and it's just a matter of taking that base constellation and turning it into the way we want the variants to work. But I think the priority is going to be get the base ship up to almost ready to go in the game, and then the variant we kind of build the variant off of that, and that'll happen for the 300 and the Aurora and everything that has variants.
Actually, Red Hermit wants an update on Nyx. Where's Nyx?
That's a good question. Maybe someone in Austin has heard about it.
Hey Tyler, what do you know about Nyx? Anything?
Can I say whatever? I don't.
Hold on.
Give a release date.
Everybody else mute your stream. Tyler, you tell me and I'll tell you if it's okay. Hold on. Everybody watching, all 800 people mute their stream so you don't hear this.
No, I guess it's not a big deal. I mean, Emra did his or one of his final lighting passes about a month ago, and then I think there was a few design changes, a couple of things they wanted to change about the environment, and so I think that right now they're implementing those changes. But it's gorgeous, and it seems very far along. I mean, you can walk all over the place, and the same thing that happened with ArtCorp happened with Nyx, where as soon as Emra got his hands on it, the entire thing just came to life, and that's pretty much where it is now. I think that one of the things they're changing is they're adding a like this giant ship engine that's going to be floating above the marketplace, which looks pretty sweet.
Yep. And if you want to see some of Emra's lighting work on Nyx, you can look at an episode of ATV from December. I don't remember which one, but there's an episode of ATV if someone wants to look for it and put it in chat, where you can see Emra's work doing the lighting on Nyx. So he does good stuff.
By the way, Diet Lemonade
Yeah, he
is
does.
exactly as good as it sounds.
Yeah, no, Mass Effect's not a bad game, guys. I'm enjoying it a lot. I just think I lament that the choices have been simplified. I like the levels of gray in Mass Effect 1 better.
I am so excited to see his reaction when he figures out what the final boss is in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I know nothing. I have somehow, not on purpose, but stayed away from all Mass Effect spoilers. Like when I started, all I knew was there's something called the Normandy, and it was a spaceship. There was something called Femship. I know what that is now, and that nobody seemed to like the ending of the third one. And that was the sum total of information I have for Mass Effect. So I've been discovering it all new. It's been pretty fun.
You know what I like in Mass Effect 2 is the butt cam they seem to have given Miranda. Like every time she's on screen, the camera is like.
Good job.
Yeah, there's not enough words that can be said about Miranda's butt cam. It's like, yeah, no criticisms there.
That was a criticism. Star Citizen will not feature a butt cam. There's your headline.
Let's see. Seeing as how the Oculus Rift will be in consumers' hands in roughly 10 days, has there been any progress on proper Rift support?
I mean, that's a German question. We do have folks on VR now, but it's much. We're not working to Oculus's timeline. We're working to when it makes sense to integrate it into our engine.
I'll do this. I will ask Brian Chambers to say whatever he can say about it in next week's news from Around the Verse. So I'm not promising what it'll be, how much information, but I will ask him to mention the state of VR in next week's news.
And since he's a benevolent medieval king, he will probably grant us glorious wisdom.
We're all members of the Brian Chambers fan club here.
We are.
Yes.
And we every week we find there's always some comment about Brian Chambers and how amazing he is and his amazing hair. And we seek these comments out every week, and we love them. And then I believe Jared always passes them along to Brian.
Yes. Brian Chambers has been keeping a Google Doc with all the magnificent comments you guys make about Brian Chambers. I send them. Alexa sends them to me. I send them to Brian. He's been collecting them. So maybe when we go to Germany in August, maybe we'll make him read all the comments
I
aloud.
feel like he'll just hide from us at that point if we do that.
No, he'll do it. Brian Chambers will do anything I ask. Brian Chambers is a magnificent person. Update on 2.3. Will Starfare Reliant make the 2.3 release?
Fingers crossed. So we did hit our commit deadline for 2.3. Everything is in the stew right now, and our testers are going to start seeing what actually works and what needs more work. So no, too soon to release a feature list, but we may have something a little bit later that will answer one of those questions.
Gotcha. Robert Chief asks, will there be weather patterns and volcanic or any other natural disasters on the surfaces of planets, and will they affect players and NPCs?
Yes, that is one of the things that the procedural folks are working on, because we don't just want to make a planet, we want to make the Genesis planet from Star Trek 3. Yes, in fact, that's part of the original way back economic plan is, there can be a natural disaster on this planet, and you can give game masters the ability to cause some problem on some planet, which will affect the economics around it.
Okay. Let's see.
Which they used to do in Privateer 2. There was a generic news story would be like, there's a flood on Karaticus, and then water would be really cheap there, or there's famine somewhere and food would be a good thing to ship.
Okay. Enyo wants to know, is there really going to be a concept sale every month for the next 6 months?
We hope so. We have that many and more ships coming out. So the goal will be to have one every 6 weeks. So you end up having a skipped month in there somewhere. But we've got ships to show you.
And why is that ramping up?
Because we have more concept assets freeing up from Squadron 42 as it's all implementers now. So we've got artists and designers with some time, and it's letting us build some of the ships we wanted to. Yeah.
Gotcha. Tyler, is there a truck backing up in Austin?
I was just wondering that.
Probably. Sorry.
I'm sorry. In Bee Cave?
I need to get a better setup going on. I'm in the conference room right now, and the camera is stacked on 2 boxes and some tube that I found.
Yeah, I saw it tumble when we were doing the testing. We were doing testing, and you knocked it over.
It's fallen like 5 times. Yeah.
So
yeah, hopefully we'll have a better setup in the future.
Ben, what do all these new ships mean for the Tavaran Prowler?
So the Prowler is one of the ships we have on the schedule. The thing that's been holding up the Prowler is still the Tavaran race. We don't want to jump in and do the art for the ship before we have the race style guide locked down. Chris Olivia is currently working on that. You guys probably remember him from earlier in the campaign, and he's been doing paint overs for us for a long time. He did the initial Cyan and Vandul and all our cool races. So he's working his magic on the Tavarans, and he's one of those people you give some extra time to because he's that good.
Isogen asks, we haven't had a design post in ages. When's the next design post, Ben?
That is a good question. I have been talking to the folks. We've got 2 that are kind of in flux right now. One is mining, which is getting serious, and the other is the economy, because we're just about ready to answer one of the questions people have had forever, ever, which is how much are ships going to cost in the game. You kind of notice there's an immersion problem right now with flare item prices versus ship prices in the store. Is an Aurora, a futuristic spaceship that can take you anywhere in the galaxy, is that the same thing as 25 posters of Eric Wingman Peterson? We don't know. Maybe in the future spaceships are really cheap, or posters of Eric are very expensive. Neither of those explanations is very satisfying, and chief among the people who are not satisfied with that explanation is Chris Roberts, who has directed design to come up with not the final plan, but as close to the final plan as we can get before people get in there and wreck it.
And if you watch this week's ATV, you'll see Jake Ross and our own Tyler Weekend talking a little bit to that effect about Pete Mackey's work in coming up with a
Pete
pricing
has
scheme.
been working on this very extensively, and it goes along with shopping, which is something we're getting ready to put in the game, and we're going to start to sell a couple of ship models to, with earned credits rather than with actual dollars. So we're finally getting to that stage, which is really cool. But spoiler warnings: a ship bought during the pledge campaign does not translate directly into UEC. The actual ships are some number of times that in credits. So,
And we had a long meeting about persistence with the guys at Turbulent and the guys at Austin this week. So it's coming. It's cool. Couple questions about the Mad Cat stuff. Mad Cats are designing a HOTAS for us. SciTech. I'm going to point you again to ATV this week with an interview with Carl Jones, our Chief Operating Officer and Vice President of Business Development, who's been at the forefront of that whole thing. So he talks about the SciTech deal and where it is right now. So, ATV.
yep, we're still waiting for a production prototype here at the office. We've seen some non-production prototypes, the ones they mocked up themselves, but we want to have the finished product before we start selling it. And that's all from Sandy.
Butt cam stretch goal confirmed. Let's see what's going on. Will Justin perform interpretive dance soon?
Do we have something to interpret that we need dance?
Yes.
Wait.
Nope. That voice that Ben doesn't have that I do went off and said, that's not a thing you should say. All right, let's see. What's going on? These questions are ones that we asked. Any info on the Idris test video? Will we see it in the future? Idris test video.
Okay, I am very, very, very sorry for this one because
Idris test video?
We watched 2 weeks ago. We had the internal studio content share, and we were all like, "We got to show all this." And I emailed Chris in the UK and said, "Hey, this was so cool. Can we show this, in ATV?" Jared made me a list, like a checklist. You could just check off each ones. I didn't hear anything, so I emailed him again a couple days ago when I knew he was, answering emails. You can kind of you learn when to contact Chris based on your other emails. And he replied and said, "Yeah, we can show that, but let's wait on the address." So we're holding on the Idris video, but you're going to see some other cool stuff from the show and tell soon.
Gotcha. Armored Citizen asks if we'll be able to upgrade the blade to the Aquila. This isn't available in the store currently. If that CCU is not in the store, that's just an oversight.
Yeah,
CCU should be up.
I'm trying to figure out why we would upgrade the blade to the Aquila.
So they can get it with
okay,
LCI.
I see. Yeah.
We'll mention that to Turbulent at the end of the show, guys.
Yeah.
Make sure all the available CCUs are
Or Scott,
in present.
if you're watching.
Yeah, or Scott, if you're watching, CCUs, man.
I know he was working in CCUs this morning, so.
Yeah, well, this was no small task. Putting every single ship that's valuable up for sale, and then with all the CCUs,
Yeah,
it's
I know that the CCU is always.
yeah, it's a pretty massive task. So
Got a lot of those SKUs and heat.
yeah, we'll have them do an audit and see which ones, if any, are missing. It could be
Yeah.
there too. I don't know. I
It
can't
could be
look at
nice
it right
of
now
him.
during the show.
Send him a fresh summer ham or something.
Ruby Rod asks, do you plan to have more bland NPC-only ships in the verse that only NPCs will fly around?
Well, this is probably not something we should say, but we already have some pretty bland ships. Stuff like the Hull series. I mean, the Hull series is very much designed to be that's the ship out there. Go out driving and try to count how many white box trucks you see. And I remember figuring this out after remember there was a sniper in Washington, D.C. that was just killing random people, and then the rumor came out that they were driving around in a box truck, and suddenly everywhere you realize that like 1 out of every 5 things is a box truck. Mm-hmm. So that's the idea behind stuff like the Hull. It's super bland in that sense, which again is another thing that's great that the more concept sales let us do is make ships that wouldn't have gotten us our goal originally, but we can lose a little money on them now that we have some to spare, and
that's the quote.
Fill out the universe.
Okay. Have we done Dividion asks if any work is being done on ground vehicles yet.
Not specifically. Beyond some of the concepts for the rovers and things, and some of the ideas for the Titan suits and the longer term stuff, but no, we don't have like an artist working on ground vehicles today.
All right, question about the blade post, Ben, from aluminum bromide.
All right.
What is meant by familiar manufacturers? Watch for more concept ships from familiar manufacturers starting next month.
Drake, Misk, RSI, all the big guys. Because we know there are people, and this is one of the wonderful, wonderful things about Star Citizen is that there are people who are internally brand loyal. They love Drake ships, they love RSI ships, they hate Aegis ships, and it's great. It's like Ford versus Chevy people in real life. So you can, and lots of people will look at the blades and be like, Asperia, this is tired. So I wanted to let people know that more will coming. There's
Rogue Pope wants to know if we have any plans for official CIG presence at either DreamHack or QuakeCon this year.
We don't. I'm sorry. I'm very much looking forward to a very near future time when the game is done and we can kind of travel the country spreading the word, because that is fun. So maybe 2017 will be the year that we can all go to the various conventions.
Gotcha. Amontillado asks, any progress on Org Drop 2.0?
Well, you saw some of the new Oregon Form stuff.
Yes.
This week, didn't you?
Much progress. Turbulent is, without giving too much away yet, because we're still figuring out what we can do, what we can't do, what's within the budget and everything. So I don't want to say something specific that we ends up not being able to do. But we are speccing out a whole new system for chat, for forums, for the hub, for everything, kind of an all-in-one bespoke solution that integrates everything and makes it all work better. A replacement for the private message system, basically for all the ways in which you communicate with us and your other citizens. Org 2.0 is much bigger than just, hey, here's a thing for orgs. It is, in order to do the things we want to do for orgs, we are replacing the whole kit and caboodle. So it'll be, if we get half the stuff that they're talking about, it'll be very, very, very cool and well worth the time.
What is a kit and caboodle?
I honestly don't know. It is a phrase that I have used all my life because Grandma Huckabee used it, and I never asked her what it meant because I was afraid of Grandma Huckabee.
Well,
And now I've just got my whole life ignorant. And Justin most definitely does not know what kit and caboodle is. What is kit and caboodle does?
I was actually going to just take a swing at it, but I think it has to do something with like a small box that
Is it the kit?
Yeah, that's the kit. And then a caboodle is what carries that box.
Okay.
So it's like the whole kit and caboodle means like you have the package and the thing that carries the box of packages.
So it's all everything.
It's
Alright.
everything.
Do you see that Tyler Wick and I are giving you the same look right now?
Oh, now I get.
I'm evolving
now I
already.
get double trouble.
Don't become a mean person.
Yeah, Tyler, don't become a mean.
Am I gonna start getting salt and pepper? I'm starting getting the salt and
Yes,
pepper.
you're gonna go
recently.
crazy.
Do I still have pepper?
Okay. Yeah, you still have some pepper.
I almost colored my beard yesterday.
Vanity, thy
Almost
name
a
is
lot of
Huckabee.
Yeah, I had a moment of weakness. I almost thought about it.
You don't think he should color?
No.
Either shade.
I didn't do it.
Wait, what color?
No, just
what
the
color?
same color it is. Just color in the gray. Just do the just for men thing.
So not something like
just
blue
so
or
I don't
green?
look like 10 years older than I actually am.
I think you should just go all gray. You should
I
color
always
it gray.
think dudes look cool when they've got like gray in their beard or like gray at their
The
temples.
salt and pepper. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I also
better
almost
think
shaved.
that.
I also almost shaved my hair into a mohawk. So I was going through some.
It's good that you didn't.
I was going through
what
some
was-
shit
what
last
was
night.
What was going on with you last night?
I was working on that sales post, and it
God.
was driving me crazy.
Oh my god.
trying to figure it out.
Someone else thought this was a slug, by the way.
Oh, it kind of does look like a slug.
But it's Jabba.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought I was done for the day, and then Ben goes, "Can we make the sales post look better?" I'm like, "Ah."
Yeah, we got home yesterday and we were like, you know what, let's.
I thought my
work
day
all
was
night.
done. I thought my day was done. No, but it needed work. It's when work needs to be done. Work needs to be done. That's not me complaining. That was just me going, I think I'm going to shave my head and color my beard. Going through a midlife crisis.
He's gonna jump off.
I was just going through a couple
You're
moments.
having a taxi driver.
For those of you asking questions about what you can do in Squadron 42, specifically that question, that'd be spoiler stuff. I'm not going to tell you.
You can have an epic cinematic adventure unlike anything seen before.
Yep. Hey, William Thomas Riker has a question for Alexis. When are we going to get the digital version of the map? Now that we're looking at the.
You know what? I'm not sure about that one. I will look into that after this.
I imagine we could probably do it pretty soon.
Yeah, we probably could now.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thanks for pronouncing it right, Jared. I don't pronounce anything right, Davidian. If I did it right, it was on accident. Is there a plan for a BMX-style gray cat races?
A personal plan, perhaps.
I want to race the Starfares. I want to do a Starfare Racing League.
We actually had I think people know this already, we had a Great Cat Racing arena back
Yes.
in 2013.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we were like, well, it doesn't make sense that every single hangar in the universe would also have a racetrack with flaming hoops to jump through.
Yeah.
So we didn't put it in at the time, but I wonder if someday we could like release that build or something, just for fun.
In QA, whenever we have to test the editor, one of the things we test is the terrain tool, and it sometimes cool racetracks get made.
Cerebus wants to know if there's a chance for a subscriber ship lotto.
We usually have to. We have talked about this specifically before. Unfortunately, lotteries are extremely illegal in various countries where we like doing business.
Yes.
So we've always had to tread very carefully around lottery rules as they apply to certain regions of the world.
Any updates on planetary landings? So this one person who keeps repeating the question every 13 seconds can stop.
No news to give you today. I mean, planetary landings are the tech has been proven. We just have to get the production version ready. I think they'll come along with the procedural stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've got the auto scroll going on, guys. So I'm just going through the questions. If I'm not asking your questions, because I know we don't have an answer to it. Where's the Crucible and things? We didn't do a where's my, we'll bring back Where's My Spaceship next week.
Yep.
But you give them a quick Crucible update, Ben.
They have been doing some prototyping on not the Crucible itself. They just have the the original Greybox concept model in the thing, but they've been doing some repair prototyping over in design. So they have the little arm and how it works that they're working out right now.
Gotcha. Tyler, are you excited to work with Disco?
Yes.
That wasn't a question in the thing. I totally faked that one.
I'm very, very excited that there is half a country between us.
As it should be.
All over the world right now, people are tearing down their Disco Lando centerfolds.
Yes.
And they're putting up.
Oh, I know.
pictures of Tyler.
There's going to be pitchforks and flaming torches. Down with Lando. Yay for Xylo.
It was interesting when the announcement came out because I got so many emails like, "Oh my God, what happened to Jared? Did Jared get fired?" And I mean, in case anybody else is well, no, Jared did not get fired. He's still community manager. There are 1.1 million Star Citizen backers right now. That is more than twice the population of Luxembourg. 2 community managers is a good thing.
Yes.
I'm moderately sure that Luxembourg is not run by half of a Jared,
But
or
it could
even
be.
one Jared and one Tyler Ricken. There's probably like 6 guys who run Luxembourg.
I could do it. I just need some caffeine. Let's see. Do we know who's going to Dragon Con this year yet?
No, and I'm not going this year, but we're trying to make arrangements right now because we will be in Europe then. Yeah, I get here.
I don't know. I said maybe a Tyler Woodkin.
Yeah, that would be a possibility.
For what?
If you're interested.
Well, we'll talk to you about it later. New community manager.
Where are you sending me?
Atlanta in the dead of summer.
I was going to say hell, but that's redundant. All right, let's see. What else we have? Has anything been done to the 890 jump recently?
No.
Nope.
No, that one's further back in line.
Yep. I lost my place in the questions, and I'm going through again. Sorry. Has there been any discussion about Caterpillar variants?
Well, not stock variants like some of the early ships, but it's got those big removable segments. So we're talking about different segments.
Usually in the modular system as opposed to the variant system.
Yeah, I think of it more like the Endeavor than the.
Endeavor and the Retaliator.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool beans. Hey, do we plan to do a Wing Commander 1 Secret Missions 2 expansion pack?
Yes,
Playthrough?
we do. That is April.
Oh, that was asked by Toast.
Oh.
Good job, Toast.
Yes, this is something I am super excited about, and no one else has to be. But we are doing the Secret Missions 2 live stream. So I believe the release date for Secret Missions 2 was April 8. We're going to do it Saturday, April 9, here in the office. We will be playing that. We'll have some guests who worked on the game or crazy people. We'll just talk Wing Commander for 12 hours or so. It's going to be great.
It's my favorite time of the year.
Wait, it happened multiple times a year, though.
I have more than one favorite.
And then after that, the one we're really excited about is in September. We can do Wing Commander 2.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for Wing Commander 2 because I've never played Wing Commander 2.
Well, Secret Missions 2 is my favorite single Wing Commander narrative. There's a moment in there that genuinely makes me tear up every time I read it. So it should be interesting.
Does somebody say Wing Commander in dialogue?
No.
I said the name of the game. On or about, Lando tolerates the occasion. No, I enjoy it.
You'll be interested because it's a new writer. It's Ellen Guan, Stephen Beeman who come in, and they say Secret Missions 2 is all about setting the stage for Wing Commander 2. They introduces characters, concepts, that broader history of Wing Commander. It changes very much.
Yeah, no, I enjoy our Wing Commander live streams a lot. It's 12 hours, a lot of Wing Commander. The thing I don't like is wrapping up after 12 hours, going home, and Toast sits at his computer right next to mine and starts up Wing Commander.
Well,
And I finally get the music out of my head, and I was like, dun, 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 dun. I'm just like, what the?
I think last time you were like crippled in some way.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh no. Last time I was in the ER all night.
Yes.
I was in the ER all night with a tear in my intestinal wall, and internal bleeding. But show must go on.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And I couldn't eat anything because eating anything expanded and ran through the sore spot and hurt. So I was starving the entire night.
That is
So
slightly
this is-
TMI.
This has been Jared's Guts with.
Preview of Grey's
I think that was
Anatomy.
pretty hardcore.
What's that?
Yeah. Dostro says, Ben, can you record more ATV of you talking about Wing Commander? Sandy's expressions are great.
That is like her best acting.
Yes.
Acting.
Yeah. No. That's the most. It's the
very
time when she's
real.
not. Yeah. It's you could tell she's heard a lot about Wing Commander over the years, and is just as tired of it as I am.
No, I believe that Sandy is genuinely more excited about Wing Commander than she has been in the past because of me. Because now she'll come into the office and be like, I found some of Chris's stuff here, and she's like,
No, she's excited to be able to offload
Get rid of
this
it.
pile of Wing
To
Commander
get rid
stuff to somebody who will appreciate it.
no.
Sandy and I are going to start a support group.
Intervention.
Yeah. Yes, Evades wants to know, the Glaive community, and Scythe as well, have been pooling their efforts to get your attention on how broken, bugged, and unbalanced the Glaive is. Can you confirm that you're all aware of how truly broken the Glaive is and how it is currently the worst ship in the game?
I can confirm that we know it's broken. I don't know if it's the worst ship in the game, because the Cutlass is still there.
God.
Wait, Tyler went away.
Tyler!
He's
Oh no.
He's gone.
Yay,
There he
he's
is.
back.
no,
I didn't
we
touch
know about
anything.
issues with the Glaive and the Scythe
Yes.
and development
Yes. Although the
convenience.
Glaive does have the unique ability to be able to fly down, pick a ship up off the platform, and then suplex it over the edge,
which is pretty cool.
which is pretty cool. But yes, we're aware. It's one of those things. It's one of the reasons we want to get all these ships out there, because you can't do you can't do true balancing until you have all the things that you need to balance. You do these little tiny micro bits of balancing. So it's a process.
You had a lot of hand movements to go along
Yeah.
with
Well, I didn't know how to.
The drama.
Well, I got caught in the Glaive thing picking up. I really wanted to do a thing. But yes, we are very aware about the Scythe and the Glaive and stuff.
Hand movements, says
that. I knew
Sandy.
you were going to tell this story.
No, Sandy came over to hang out last week on Friday, and we watched the footage that Justin cut together of Chris from the first day of the documentary
Oh, yeah.
shoot, and we noticed that his hands just get crazier and crazier as it
Yeah,
goes.
as it goes on, it's like he's doing like his own version
Right.
of sign language.
But to the point that it seems like there's an internal logic to it, like different ones mean different things.
Like baseball.
So hopefully we'll just put out that footage someday so you can
You can see it.
see Chris Roberts emoting.
Gotcha. Can you expand the Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy about the Cargo Olympics in Vega? Probably not, because the Vega segment's done at this point. We've got a lot of systems to go through, so I don't think we can go through and do. I don't think we got time to do supplementals on ship systems we've already done.
I have a feeling you'll be seeing more Cargo Olympics in the future because that's lore that comes directly from our design guys who it's a beloved thing they're working on.
Yeah, when you see it, just probably won't be in Lore Makers for the Vega because that's already done, but you'll see it. Tomatari wants to know if the Idris will go on sale again ever.
So at some point, I'm sure it will. We don't have a specific plan to put it on sale right now. The Idris is one of those ones that we like to keep a certain percentage of the of the overall ship population. So it's usually very limited sales. It's and I mean, luckily the Star Citizen community has continued to expanding. We sold a couple hundred Idrises back when there were 50,000 people, and we've sold more since then, and it kind of balances out. So someday, but
and that's the Idris P.
Yes.
What's the status of the redo on the ship specs page? Well, that is one of the things we were looking at with our meeting with Benoit and John Erskine. They've got a really cool mock-up done. It'll let you. It's a whole nice grid thing. You see the thumbnails of the ships. You can drag them and put them in different places, and you see comparisons and stuff. It's coming along really good. It's just one more thing that's on their list of things that they're building for us. So, no ETA just yet.
But actively being built.
But actively being worked on and designed, yes. Including a whole new page now that shows every ship that we have in development and progress bars, and so you can see a global shot of where every ship is, and you can see how many ships are actually in the game and flyable and stuff. It's cool. I dig it a lot. All right. Well, it's 11:59. Let's go to looking ahead real quick. Looking ahead, Ben. Look ahead. What's coming this week?
What is coming? So tonight we've got Jump Point coming out, which David Ladyman and our writers are finishing up as we speak.
Is this our fourth year of Jump Point or third year?
This is the fourth year of Jump Point. We started this year.
And there's a special section about the CS team this month.
Yes, Ali was interviewed.
And all of the UK CS folks were in there.
That's the backup story this week. The work in progress. No, not work in progress. The second one, behind the scenes. That's cool. People get to meet everybody. What is next week?
What else is coming out later today? Jump Point is out later today. Is there another post that's coming out later today?
Star Maps.
Star Maps.
Star Maps are going to be on sale right now if you want one.
Next week is 10 for something. Do we know
10
yet?
for the developers.
That's right. 10 for the developers with Owen
Bachelor
Jr. and Patrick Salerno.
I already finished it.
Yep.
We're going to do 2 Q&As on the Blade next week.
Wednesday and Friday.
The thread is already up on the forums.
In the official announcement section. ATV next week.
It's going to be amazing. Or just give me some text.
Yes. We have a couple segments all in the line. We don't know which one will finish up first, so I can't tell you what's going to be in next week's ATV specifically. But we got some cool stuff in the pipeline. And we'll be back here next Friday for Reverse the First.
Enjoying the taste of delicious Thomas's English muffins. They're the English muffin taste of America.
All right. So, hey Tyler, thanks for joining us on our TV today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have you back. And as you get used to it, you'll learn that you just have to kind of like jump in and run over everybody in order to get heard in the show.
Get your voice out there.
Are you muted right now? Yeah, you're muted right now. We can't even hear you. It's all right. Tyler says goodbye, everybody. He's very grateful for all your support. He loves you all, and he can't wait to be your new community manager.
Am I still muted?
Wrapping up, I'm Jared Huckabee. I'm one of your community managers. That was Tyler Witkin down below. He's another one of your community managers. That's Ben. He is our Director of Community Engagement, Online Strategy, and Spaceship. That's Alexis. She manages all the subscriptions and the merchandise and does more than most people know. We love her dearly. Yeah. And she doesn't get nearly enough credit for everything she does. Justin.
So nice.
Justin had a movie debut in Washington. It's coming here to LA, and we're gonna try to see it, and we'll give you our review.
Oh, now I'm
And,
nervous.
And we got a
in the
special
booth?
treat after we sign off. Stick around.
I'm gone.
Keep watching this channel. You're going to see something you're not expecting, and I hope you like it a lot.
You're going
So-
to see some serious stuff. I would stress this is something we are hoping to have in 2.3. Things can still go wrong. We can, we may have a build and we say, my God, this breaks everything we have to put out. But it's something we're very much hoping to have.
Yes, what you're going to see, it's not perfect. There's viz area issues. There's some falling through the floor issues and whatnot, but we're working on it. But it's so close, we wanted to share it to you. And thanks to the guys in the UK for helping me put this together. So
Thank you
get ready
to
to stop the recording.
the folks in the booth, Thomas Hennessy and my sister. I want to thank them for making the show happen.
Okay, let's fade to black and start up our thing. See you next week.